Hey bro fans, this is Todd. So today we're going to talk about the new releases coming out for Masterverse for 2003. So this is kind of cool. They got all kinds of cool new figures coming out. Mer-Man. So here's what's cool about this Mer-Man. Now we've wanted a Mer-Man like this since they gave us the first one. He has both eyes, he has armor, he has his cool sword. So this is following the Mer-Man we wanted the first time we got Mer-Man, but we're getting him now. Let's go ahead and take a look at this video quickly. And look at his feet on the, or not his feet, but his, I guess you call them shin guards in comparison. So you can see the shin guards we got with the first figure are quite a bit different. These ones here look more like royal shin guards. With the loincloth, though, is the same as the loincloth for the new figure. So they're the same. The armbands are different. The actual shin guards are the same. And, of course, the head with the eye is completely different. So there you go. That is the differences. Let's go ahead and look at some of his different things. There's the back. Now it looks like those little pins in the back might be able to hold his sword, I'm guessing. I'm not a huge fan of the armor, but it's better than no armor at all. Of course, you can put him in different dynamic poses because that's what Masterverse is all about. Next we have Grizzlor. Grizzlor, the furry beast. And basically he's like, I don't know, I guess the Bigfoot of the evil Horde. And you can see him here. Now normally in the figures they usually have the fur actually attached and non-removable. I like the fact the fur can be removed in this one because I've actually taken my time sometimes to make custom Grizzlors without fur in the past. So it's cool the fur comes off. And of course he has his black armor as well that can also hold his Horde battle axe. How cool is that? On the back of him as well. So that's pretty cool. Next we got Buzz-Off. Now Buzz-Off has not always been a favorite of mine, but this Buzz-Off looks pretty cool. He's got some great features. So you can see that, of course, you can pose him different ways. And there's his back, and he has his armor crossing in the back. And the first time we've ever seen him with extra armor, and this armor is kind of reminds me of, what were those bug toys called? They were little bug toys. Now I can't remember what they're called now. No. You know what's funny is I actually bought some on Kickstarter not too long ago. Anyway, and then his head reminds me of, from the Micronauts, Bug. That was the guy's name. He always talked with tick, tick, tick. Well, with the helmet on, he looks like Bug from the Micronauts. So that's pretty cool, too, because I always was a fan of the Micronauts growing up, so that's always cool. What were those bug toys called? You guys will put it in the comments. You guys can all tell each other. And maybe when I'm editing this, I can put the words on the screen. We'll see. Oh, look at that cool helmet. That is the coolest helmet they've made for him so far to date, I believe. Alright, next we have Faker. Now, normally Faker I'm not that impressed with, but this figure looks kind of cool. One thing I noticed, though, his face does not look like any of the He-Man faces we've already got. He has really high cheekbones, and it's just kind of strange. You can tell it's supposed to be He-Man, but it's not any of the heads we've already gotten. I'm surprised they didn't use the 40th anniversary head and make the 40th anniversary body with this figure. That's kind of surprising they just didn't make that blue. But one thing that's really cool about this Faker is his chest. Check out his chest right there. You can see it's actually cut out and it's actually sculpted in there, not just some sticker pasted on top. And I've tried to make this before myself and have failed. And this looks pretty cool. And that makes the figure worthwhile just for that. Let's take another look at it from a different view. And of course it has the old tape drive on there, like the old computers had in the 70s. Remember the Bionic Man, the $6 Million Man? You would see the fembots and the other robots, and they would have the reel-to-reel tape thing going on. It's kind of funny. All right, then we have Clamp Champ. Now, of course, you guys know I like Clamp Champ for one good reason, and that is that's what I use to create my Hebro figure. So there we go. There is Clamp Champ, which I'll probably turn into a Hebro at some point. I'm not too keen on his face. It's kind of strange looking, but oh well. I notice a lot of these Masterverse figures that are not particular character, or that are not monsters, they have really strange human faces. Both from we've seen Fisto looks kind of weird. A lot of He-Man figures look kind of weird, and then even Jitsu, he looks kind of strange too with some of the faces. So we will see what we get. And there's the back of him. No place to store his clamp on his armor, but that's okay. It looks cool. I like the futuristic look of his armor. Future. Then we have Horde Skeletor. Now, if you guys don't know the story of Skeletor, he was actually trained by Hordak. So, of course, we got the Horde Skeletor. It's Hordak in training by Skeletor. And I've actually made some Horde Apprentice Skeletor customs before in the past that I've sold on eBay. All right, so there he is. What's funny is the middle pose shows him running away, and it's always that meme you see now, until next time, you know, as he's running away from the camera. So I think it's kind of funny the way they posed him. Prince Adam. This is the figure I've been waiting for. Hooray! He looks so much like a 2000X Prince Adam, and I kind of like that. So I'm pretty excited about getting into this Prince Adam. So we get to look at lots of pictures of him because I'm excited about getting him. Well posed, lots of cool stuff, and I'm pretty happy about this. This is going to go into my classic set, this actual Prince Adam. So I may do some changes on him slightly that I want to see differently, but looks like his sword's actually clear. I was thinking his sword is solid with just sparkles in it, but it looks like it's actually clear material. And of course he comes with a laughing head and a serious head. So you can have fun with your Prince Adam. And then we have new Adventures Skeletor. Okay, I knew this figure would be coming, but I like this. It doesn't have the fat armor problem that our other figures have, so that's cool. No fat armor. But what I don't like about it is, well, that looks cool. His back looks is his cape. His cape is held on by some kind of string around his neck or plastic around his neck, which is vindictive a lot of the female figures. So it looks like he's wearing a choker, like, you know, we've seen with Frosta, we've seen with She-Ra. It just seems kind of weird that we have Skeletor wearing a red choker. I don't know. I wish they would have attached the cape differently. It's kind of like a cheap out. Like let's just make this thing work. Of course, it should be attached to his shoulder somehow. Maybe if they had some hooks that went over the top, made of plastic that would hook in, you know, like, and then, you know, I don't know. They could have made it better. They could have made it better. You could have done better, Mattel. But I think other than that, the figure does look cool, except for the cape. Everything else looks really cool. The back of his head looks pretty cool. All right, Deluxe Slushhead. Now, normally I'm not a huge Slushhead fan, but I gotta say, Mattel, you did a great job on this figure. It looks really cool. They got a lot of extras on this. And to sell Slushhead, you almost have to have extras. So let's take a look at some of these cool extras. You can see he has some kind of red, purple, pinkish, purplish box piece, like a brain or something. I don't know what it's supposed to be. And he has a secondary head also. And all of his tentacles that come out are all actually 3D and not just flat plastics like they were for both classics and the original toy line. Look at that head. That head. That head. Only a face a mother could love. And check out his cool little backpack with that little square thing on it. And what's cool about this is you can replace his head with it and put the thing inside of where his head goes normally. I think that is hilarious. So, and he actually made some kind of creepy crawler looking thing out of all the tentacles that come off the back of him. Clever Mattel. I like the innovation of that. Next we have Oversized Whiplash. Now, as you guys know, I have made a really cool custom Whiplash figure in the past for my classics. And this guy contacted me and he's like, hey, I want to buy that figure from you. I said, dude, it's going to cost you a lot because I don't want to get rid of it. And so we discussed price, and the guy paid a ton for it. I said, okay, you can have it for that price, no problem. And I was getting ready to make another one. I bought another head so I can customize it, and I had bought another body to make it, and now I don't have to. I mean, this Whiplash, he looks awesome. He's going to work great with my classics. I'm really excited about it. And he doesn't have the weird little tooth in the middle either. He does have 3 teeth, though. He has a little extra claw thing on the side. But he has extra armor on top of it. He has the loincloth. He has a torch with a flame on it. He has a helmet. He has an axe. He has extra hands. He looks cool. I'm guessing he's going to be huge. I'm guessing he's going to be like the Beastman we got, where he's actually a good size character. Now, I'm not going to put all the extra armor on, but you know what? I'm probably going to buy like 3 of these guys because it's so cool. And maybe use the armor guys for extra warriors or something, and then Whiplash himself's not going to have the armor. Look at that. Look at that. He's even doing the hero pose. The hero pose! He just looks like some kind of beast. And you wouldn't even guess it's Whiplash looking at that picture. It looks like some kind of Oh, what am I thinking of? Oh, an ogre. He's an ogre. It's Shrek. All right, next we have Deluxe Clawful. I'm hoping he's an oversized figure too. Please, Mattel, make him monstrously huge because he looks so 2000X-ious. I'm really excited about this figure too. Now, he does come with extra armor. Actually, 2 things of armor. 1 full armor piece and 1 that goes on his back. Now, the back piece, again, a slight miss, Mattel. They made it so that it goes across the back, which looks really cool. But then they have it so you can see it connects by going across the front again. They should have found some way to hook it onto the back using the fin that's already on the back and maybe under the armor on the back so it kind of clamps up underneath. So you wouldn't have this thing hanging in the front so it looks like it's part of his shell and not an extra added piece. So I'm definitely going to be cutting off that extra piece and figuring out some way to mount that on the back so it will stay. And I'm not going to use the armor on him either. But I'm definitely going to like that big claw and also his mace. So cool. Look at that. Look at that. And both are... He has a little shoulder pad too. That's kind of cool. Kind of a fun little addition. All right. Ram-Man. Now, Ram-Man, as you know, is always one of my favorite, in my top 11. And I even started making a Ram-Man video game one time. I didn't finish it, but I had some graphics of it thrown online. And this Ram-Man does not disappoint. He is so cool. Not only is he Ram-Man, but look at his legs. They added some kind of rubber tubing or something to cover his legs to hide the articulation. Yeah, Mattel, awesome. I love the innovations with rubber coating the legs like that to hide the articulation. Very cool. He does come with extra armor and an extra helmet chunk that goes on top of it. And actually, maybe it's not an extra armor chunk. Maybe it's just an extra head with the armor on it. But either way, though, lots of ways to display him. Very cool. Ram-Man. Hopefully that gap in his wrists are not that way when the production figure comes out. Hopefully it's tight like it's supposed to be right up against the armbands. Webstor, the final figure shown in the grouping. Now, Webstor, when my second son was younger, was one of his favorites. He loved Webstor, so I did get him a Webster's Classic. He still has it in the box, and I was going to give him the 2000X statue they made of him, but by that time he was kind of out of action figures. But anyway, Webster's pretty cool. As you guys know, I used to use Webster as my Beastmaster. I put the yellow armor on him from the weapons pack, but he is pretty cool. He comes with lots of extra accessories. And they changed it so his gun is not a gun that shoots people. His gun now shoots the grappling hook in order to launch that grappling hook. But I kind of wish that they had a way for it to go through his backpack still. So maybe it would launch it, but then you could still do something with the backpack. Because it's kind of weird that he has this big old backpack. And for what? Just to control the extra arms? I don't know. Maybe there is a way to hook it up. I can see a hole in the bottom there. Let's go to the next picture and see. Yeah, it's not showing it directly, so I'm not sure about that. I guess we'll find out when we get it. There are all the parts to it, and you can see how his little arms are detachable, so you can display him lots of ways. Lots of ways. All right, and that brings us to the end of the video. Thanks for watching, and good journey.
If you found enjoyment, like, subscribe, and ring the bell. Do it!